All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Thursday, October 31st, Halloween. Let's see what Brockwell has for us. Is it going to be scary like Halloween? Or is it going to be some shenanigans like yesterday? All right, 7 across. Ooh, optimistic like male of 17 across. So I think it's going to be one where we have to. Oh, yeah, there's another 17 across. There's another. Oh, there's a 12 down and another couple of 17. Well, let's try 17 across. That might be the key to the whole thing. Swimmer, which is often a fish, occasionally ill, at ease, doing backstroke. Oh, I wonder if it could be a hidden clue with reversal. Um, well, I think within ill at ease. Yeah, starting with the S and backwards, we have SEAL. Seal would be a swimmer, I suppose. So not a fish, but a seal. All right, so now optimistic like male of seal. I don't think I know the word for a male seal. Oh, I think it might be a bull because bullish would be optimistic. Let me just look up a male seal, make sure it is a bull. Yes, a male seal is called a bull, so I think bullish is right. All right, let's try young adult in passive stage. Oh, is it a double definition? I can't think of what a young adult would be other than teen or adolescent. It may be the letter A for adult. Inside passage stage, and then that's going to mean young. No. Footballer on the up, hard worker, and big beast. I'm wondering if it's going to be a big beast because I'm thinking of, because of the L, I thought of an elephant and it ends in ant. Oh, in fact, it ends in H ant. So, yes, H for hard, the ant is the worker, and the footballer, of course, is the great Pele. All right, let's try husband leaving smoking pot in a lost state. Well, husband is H, and I think that's going to leave a word for smoking pot, and then that will mean in a lost state. What's another word for smoking pot that has an H in it? No, I can't think of a word for in a lost state. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the acrosses. Writer in retreat, welcomed by fat cat. I'm thinking it's going to be the name of a writer or maybe pen, and that's going to be in retreat or backwards. And I'm thinking it's going to be welcomed by or inside a word for fat. And then that's going to be some kind of cat, which of course could be one of the big cats, like a leopard. Oh, I can see that leopard has lard around the outside, which would be fat, and the writer is Poe. And by an amazing coincidence, I'm wearing an Edgar Allan Poe Raven t-shirt today. I put it on because it was Halloween and it's the most Halloween thing I have. So there we go. That came in handy. Although I think it was the Lord gave it to me more than Poe. All right, Eagle, not the last for Gary Player. Wow. I'm sure it's got nothing to do with golf or Gary Player. Oh, it could be a type of eagle, but not the last letter in Gary. We remove a Y from the eagle, and that gives us player. But what kind of a player is it going to be? No, don't see it. Heavy defeat at home by City, as per usual. I think it might mean as per usual. What's a word for a heavy defeat? At home is in, and city could be the city of London, or it could be MC for Man City. As per usual. No, I don't see it. Oh yeah, let's look at some of these 17 acrosses, knowing it's seal, and the setter Brockwell is probably going to use a lot of different meanings of the word seal. Well, this one, ridiculous, record by seal. I'm thinking it must be crazy. Probably his second biggest song next to the Rose one. Life's in a mess for seal. Wow. Oh, could it be an anagram of life's in a? Life's in a, and that will somehow be some kind of seal. I don't see it. Let's try bed broken by adult film. Okay. I think we have a 3-letter bed, and it's broken by A for adult, and it's going to give us, is it going to be the name of a film? Well, bed, didn't we have yesterday? Caught. So I'm thinking again, it's caught, broken by A, and so it's a film, as in a film of paint or something like that, a coat. All right, how about peer tackling drip in toilet? Yeah, I don't see what that could be. Let's go back to the Downs and communist countries, borders, admitting drug tolerance. I think maybe it's going to mean tolerance. Communist is often read. I think countries' borders are the C and the Y that go on the outside of country, and that has to admit a drug of some kind, and it's going to mean tolerance. I don't see a word for tolerance starting in red. Yeah, so I think I'm completely wrong on that. How about, how's that call from, is it Lion or Leon? Saving Australia. I don't know, is there a cricket player called Lion that goes with the surface reading? I'm sure this is going to have nothing to do with cricket. Although I think it might. I think when you call how's that, you're appealing to the umpire. So I think it might be appeal. but I'm not sure how that would be from Leon. Saving Australia. Other than Australia maybe being abbreviated to A. Saving, of course, might also mean except for. Save the A for Australia. Call. Yeah, I wonder if it's the French. What's the French word for call? I think it. Yeah, I think it's appel. Appel. And so in this case, saving means surrounding, going around. A for Australia. I'll just make a note to double check that at 15 squared. All right, old nag. All right, is it going to be anything to do with a horse? I don't think it is. I think it might be the verb to nag and then a double definition, a word for old. No. How about most partisan, United fan, whipped up anger on street? I think the definition is going to be most partisan, and so it's going to be an EST word. And I think that accounts for something on street. So I think we're going to have EST. Now, what is United fan? Oh, that might be a red too, Man United fan. Most partisan. No, I think I need some more letters for that. How about Charlie, to get away from seal? What kind of seal is this going to be? I wonder if, I think Charlie can be abbreviated to C, and then I think we need a 4-letter word to get away from. And together, it's going to make a kind something that means seal. Let me pause, sip my coffee, and think about that. No, nothing coming to me. Let's try mark regularly using sat-nav maps. Well, regularly again, are we going to take every other letter from using? SN, no. UI, no. But I'm wondering if we just go straight to sat-nav maps, we have STAMP. So I suppose to mark something might be to stamp it or leave your mark, leave your stamp on something. All right, we do have an L and an S for this seal. Let me just try life's in a. Finalize, I think. I'm not exactly I think as in seal the deal, to finalize. To seal something. His fate was sealed, maybe. So I can see how, yeah, and even in the, I suppose it's a metaphor for when a document would be written, put in an envelope and sealed. Is that maybe where we say sealing the deal? All right. Ooh, that now gives us a nice. Oh, I'm wondering if fan. Yeah, so United can be the letter U. And I think fan is whipped up to give us unfairest. Yes, and then anger is ire. I thought the anger was going to be anagrammed, but no, it's fan. All right. Let's try one more down. Sleepy dictator's gun loaded. um, yeah, maybe it means sleepy. It's the name of a dictator with a gun inside that word. Not sure. Let me try 17 since we have the first letter. Square, couple holding joint for fellow traveler. Well, it sounds like it's going to mean traveler, maybe? What square is sometimes a square number? What squares begin with S? Let me pause and think about that. Well, 16 or 64. Don't think so. But it could be SQ on an address. In an address, you'd abbreviate square to SQ. But then we'd have to have a couple beginning probably with a U. And that's going to have to hold a joint. It might be a word meaning square, as in stayed, sober. No. All right, I'm going to go back to the crosses. Unlimited plums to take on again. Wow. I presume it's going to be a re-word. I thought of the word re-engage, and I do remember there's a fruit called a green gage, and I suppose it must be in the plum family or the same as a plum. So I think it's green gauges minus the outer letters, so unlimited, take off the first G and the final S to get re-engage. All right. Gang member bored by opening of magic flute. Well, I saw the P at the end, and the first gang member I thought of was a crip. And if that's bored by the first letter of magic, you get crimp. And I think in an ornamental sense, if something is fluted, it might be crimped. I'm not exactly sure on the meaning of those words, but I think they're close enough. All right, cabaret dancing queen is seal. Well, cabaret dancing, I think, is going to be an anagram of cabaret. That's 7 letters. We need 2 more. And then I think the queen is going to be the late Queen Elizabeth. So, yeah, so what kind of seal is this going to be? Yeah, let's try the anagram helper. Let's do cab ray and er seal. Race bait or no? With all that back something. Yeah, maybe it's not er at the end, but that just seems the most likely. Not actor. And somehow it's going to be seal. Seal as in glue shut. Seal as in, well, we've had the animal, so I don't think it's going to be the animal again. Bear. Now I may be completely wrong about this, so let's move on. Brother working within revolutionary unit. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be. Brother, if brother is the definition, it could be a monk of some. I mean, it could be monk. Working within revolutionary. Revolutionary suggests we turn something around. No. A British artist coming back in time to entertain. Well, British, yeah, we saw the other day is BR. I think I put B at first, but I think BR. Artist can be RA. Yeah, so depends the coming back. Is that just the artist? And it does say in time, so I think we're going to put those 4 letters in whatever order inside of a 3-letter word for time, and that's going to mean to entertain. So it could be something like BRAR. Library, if it was shifted over, to entertain. Or if the British part goes back as well. No, don't see that either. All right, female, virtue, cracked secret. I'm thinking female is usually F. Virtue is 6 letters if that's cracked or anagrammed. Yes, and then we get the word furtive, meaning secret or in secret. All right. Oh dear, here's another. Yeah, here's the reference to 12 down, which we don't have yet. Although more letters. Barney Rubble is 12 down. Oh, that's a great clue. But Barney is a fight. Rubble. Oh, maybe we have to anagram Barney. Rubble is telling us to anagram it. We have the N. Nearby. Oh, and so that I think tells us that 12 down must be close. Close is to seal something, is to close it. Charlie, then to get away from. Yeah, so if somebody is tailing you and you get away from them, you lose them. I think that's how to interpret that. All right, we've looked. Oh, no, we haven't looked at everything. What am I talking about? All right, show around a lost American. I'm thinking the American is going to be US at the end. Yeah, and a show might be a circus. Oops, with the right order of the letters. Show. So I think it's around. Around is circa, but the A is lost, so it's just circ. All right. Here's crack and heroin smuggled by seal. So here I think we have to think of a 3-letter seal and put an H for heroin inside it. And that's going to give us crack, which could be something cracks, or it could be a joke of some kind, a crack, or a crack as in highly skilled, a crack marksman. Yeah, I don't get that. How about, blue, like Stilton, supplied by Spooner. Well, is this going to be a 4-letter spoonerism? I find that hard to believe. Like Stilton, supplied by Spooner. Is Stilton a blue cheese? Oh, I'm wondering if it. It could be a two-syllable word, and therefore we might have a spoonerism. And I'm thinking that blue, the color blue, a shade of it might be navy. So then Spooner would say veiny. Ah, veiny. Yes. Veiny. It has veins in it. Oh, that's very clever. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the shortest spoonerism I've ever seen. All right. I did want to look at my square couple holding joint. A joint, I suppose, could be a joint of the body. I think we've seen knee or ankle, but probably would have to be a very short one. Square. I'm sure there's some word for square, stolid, uninteresting. No, I'm not thinking of it. All right, I do have a B for British here, which would mean I think the artist would be here. And a word for time, an age, an eon. Oh, and it's got to be a four-letter word. Yeah. Oh, no, hold on. Because, yeah, maybe they are just using a single B for British, but I'm pretty sure it was BR yesterday. Um, but I'm thinking a single, just the B would make more sense. And then it's a four-letter word for time. Week, year. No. Now my crack, the H would probably go here. And so the seal would be CA something, SA something. No. All right, let's go back up to the top. Husband leaving smoking pot in a lost state. Yeah, I think it must be in a lost state, some adjective. Must begin with a vowel. Let me pause and run through the vowels. All right, it finally came to me, astray. And so smoking pot is actually a receptacle for smoking, more commonly known as an ashtray. And the husband, H, leaves that to give us astray. All right, that gives us a nice R. Oh, a heavy defeat, of course, is a rout. And that, yeah, so I think routinely must be as per usual. At home is in, and the city is Ely. All right. Didn't know that was a city. Our old nag, yeah, there is a horse could be a gray, and I think if you call someone gray, you're saying they're old. All right. Now, this is the one I thought might begin with red. Could it mean communist? But country's borders surely is C and Y. Admitting drug. Oh, the drug might be that E. And then the word for tolerance, maybe? Maybe the whole thing means communist, not Leninist or Stalin or who are some of those others? Leniency would be tolerance. I think it's an E, leniency. Let's look at the wordplay. There's our country's borders. Yes, and our communist is Lenin, and Lenin is admitting the drug. All right. Here's this one with the P, eagle, not the last. For Gary, player. For some reason, I'm thinking of pimp um, as a player, but I don't think so. Eagle. Don Henley. And this is the young adult. Oh, maybe it's a word for an animal when it's young, like a young adult horse, a colt, or something like that. In passive stage. No. Oh, our peer. Tackling drip in toilet. Yeah. Oh, privy. Which privy, I just realized, is in keeping with the theme Privy Seal. And a privy can be a peer, right? Yeah. Oh, no, I think. Oh, this is very clever. It's peer as a verb. To snoop around and look into things is to pry. And that tackles IV for an IV drip. And it gives you privy, which is slang for toilet. But there is, of course, the privy seal. I think, too, there's an elephant seal. So I think that's part of the theme as well. I don't know, is that there may be I think there is a gray seal. Oh, and I think there's a leopard seal. Um, yeah, so maybe. Oh, I think there's a Navy. Oh, of course there are Navy SEALs. Yeah. Um, so yeah, even the ones that don't have 17 across in the clue may be related to the theme. All right. This was the one I thought might be monk. Working, of course, is on. So I think it does have on. And I think the revolutionary unit might be MK. There's MK Dons, but MK Ultra. Not 100% sure of that, but let's see if the M is right. Now my square. Something like stilted or yeah. Square, of course, can also mean tied, as in the scores are square, all square. Oh, my dictator now would begin with P. Pol Pot. Peron. What's a word for sleepy beginning with P? It could be as in a sleepy little village, placid, or no, is it going to be PEA, PRA, PLA? Don't see it. How am I doing on time? All right. Ooh, there's a helicopter going over. That was a loud one. All right. Let me try my anagram again. Oops, I thought it was cabaret plus ER. No, I'm going to see the same. Oh, crab. Could it be crab eater? Do seals eat crabs? They probably do. And it does give me a nice CH beginning if I'm right about 21 down. All right, we're past the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to check that one. And there's no shame in using the check this button, I think. Let's see. So crack and heroin smuggled by seal. No, it is though looking like ARB and 24 across. Oh, well, I thought it might be barbecue, but that won't fit. Coming back in time to entertain. No. I do have an E, not very helpful. Other than, I think the E must be part of the gun. So, is the A part of a gun? No. All right, I think I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to go to wordplays.com and find what 8-letter words have that P, A, and E. Well, I think it's a word I should have thought of, although I don't get the wordplay, but I'm thinking it's peaceful. So it is sleepy, like a small little place, placid. Who is the dictator and what is the gun that is loaded? Oh, I'd forgotten this. We've seen it before. Um, Dictator is not a political dictator. It is somebody who is dictating to someone who is listening. And so it's a homophone indicator. A gun can be a piece and loaded can be full. So peaceful, my goodness. That U is very helpful because I'm just thinking that could be OU. And I realize to harbor something, to harbor thoughts is to entertain thoughts. And the time, yeah, I went through all the 4-letter periods of time. I never thought of an hour. All right, so what is this crack? There's the hanging Chad we all remember from 2000. Char. Yeah, so the seal has to be the CA. Yeah, I'm not thinking of that at all. A cap could be to seal a bottle, to cap a bottle. But how is chap? Oh, chapped lips, of course. Yes. Yeah. But I'll go ahead and check it just in case it is right. All right, just 17 and then the top left. Yeah, I'm going to pause and just think about the ending of this word. I'm thinking like an ITE, ATE, or it could be ITY, something TH. Let me think about it. Yeah, so I just thought about fellow traveler, what that might be, and I came up with shipmate. I don't know the square couple. The joint is a hip. I should have thought of hip. I think that's the one we've seen quite often. Um, so square S mate must be the square couple. I don't see. Oh, well, square must be S. Is that a valid abbreviation? And then to couple is to mate, of course. All right, that just leaves these. Oh my, these are tricky ones. Young adult in passive stage. Yeah, an eagle, not the last. For Gary Player. Um, is there a program called Gary and it's played on a certain channel or streaming service? Gary Player. Yeah, I'm going to pause and ponder. Well, I looked up on Wikipedia the eagle and the different species, and there's one called the harpy, which of course is also in mythology. So I'm thinking it might be harpy, but without the last letter of Gary, and that leaves a harp, and somehow that's a player. I'm not very confident, but I'm going to leave it for now. But with the A there, I think we have a three-letter young adult, or three-letter for young, and I'm thinking of a pup, which I think might be the young of a seal, plus the A for adult is the passive life stage of some insects, right? The pupa, P-U-P-A, however you say that. All right. Oh my goodness, I made a meal out of that. Let's check all. Is everything still there? Yes, looks like it is. All right, let's head over to 15 squared and get a few of these explained. All right, the blog is by Peter O, a theme on various meanings of seal. I ran out of steam with harp, so over to you. All right. So I think I followed everything. Just harp is the eagle, but where the golfer comes in, if he does, I do not know. The end of UK daylight savings, cutting an hour from my solving. I have run out of time to dig further. All right, so I'm sure someone in the comments is going to help Peter with that one. But let's just see if there are any other heels. Oh, there's Seal's full name. That's good. Finalize, seal a bargain. Yeah. Uh, yeah, 13. 22. Oh, crab eat. Crab eater is a kind of marine mammal which lives in the Antarctic and does not eat crabs. Oh, okay. I thought it was just an adjective that Brockwell had made up that, oh, seals eat crabs, therefore they're crab eaters. But it is actually a kind of animal that makes me feel better. And monk, oh, it's a reversal of kilometer, a unit going backwards, of course. Oh, I should have seen that. Um, and then the downs. Appeal is, yeah, how's that is an appeal. A, the second one goes in the French for call, appel. Yeah, all right. Gray is the standard British spelling, but I would not say that gray is wrong. All right, well, that's nice of him to say. And close, yeah, it's see Charlie plus lose, get away from. So I think I did follow those. Let's see. I can go part way to explaining Gary player, not the last for Gary, which tells us to take the Y off harpy. Harp being an instrument, yeah. Whimsical definition of the instrument is a player, as oh, I think as in something you play. Oh, now we had metonymy the other day. Must remember IV for drip. Yeah, me too. All right. Well, that was a tough one, but I got there, and my time wasn't too terrible. Anyway, thank you as always for watching, and have a wonderful day.